Do you ever get a few off days? It doesn't matter if it's school or work, but then you get dragged into something you didn't want to do. No matter how many times you say no, you know you can't since you've been avoiding them for so long. I was caught in this exact predicament. My friends came home from college for winter break, and in our high school days, we would always go camping during winter break. Yeah, I know it's kinda cold to camp, but those were the days. Your best bros, some beer, and memories not yet written. This year, I've been working from home, just answering phones and basically being that guy who tries to fix your computer remotely. I've kind of been a shut-in since I gained the ability to work from home. I received a ton of texts from my friends hitting me up about that camping trip. I thought if I just ignored the messages, they would go away. I was pretty surprised and mad when my old group of friends showed up to my door, knocking on it as hard as they could, just like old times. I was happy they didn't want to abandon their old friend, but mad because I didn't want to do anything, much less sleep in a tent. It was only for 2 nights though. While they raided my fridge for food, I grabbed some shirts as well as a few pairs of pants. I packed super light, but I remembered to bring my phone, a few USB battery chargers, and a cell phone data booster just so my signal wouldn't drop. I hope this camping trip goes by fast. At least I have Fortnite on my phone to keep me busy. We arrive in the mountains and we set up our tents. We get a nice campfire going and we're all just sitting around it, battery packs and all, playing squads on Fortnite. It was as if the years that passed didn't really matter. We played some mobile Fortnite and we look up for just one moment and I swear I see someone looking at us, but behind a tree. As soon as I look up, he vanishes. I tell my friends this when they looked up as well, and they just brush it off. They simply say there are 4 of us and only 1 of them. I couldn't shake that creepy factor of someone watching us though. But I mean, it could have been anything or just a guy looking for some firewood. A few games later, and we finally managed to get a victory. As we're about to scream, we heard a scream ourselves, and it sounded as if someone was being murdered. We all look around in shock, wondering what was going on. We decided we would investigate, and if we found anything out of the ordinary, we would call the cops. We decided to split into 2 teams of 2. We split up, fanning roughly where we heard the sounds, meeting in the middle. After walking for a few hundred feet, Michael and I hear what sounds like Zach screaming. We try to call him, no answer. We try to call Ryan, no answer either. Michael's phone and my phone both went off at the exact same time. We were still in Fortnite. It said Zach's profile disconnected. We then heard Ryan scream. We saw his profile disconnect right before our very eyes. Then while we were still looking at our phone, Black Knight Skin joined our game. He texted us with a chilling sentence. I killed them. I made them scream. You're next. We heard the Black Knight run in the game. He suddenly left our phones and we could hear the exact same running, but in real life it was coming towards us and fast. Michael and I, we get up, we run, leaving behind everything. We head straight to the car. The sound of footsteps grows closer as we make it to the car. Michael unlocks it and we both get in. We lock the car door and we start the car. He puts it in drive and like that we hear the footsteps stop. Michael looks up and his face runs cold. I looked at the mirror and I saw it. It was the Black Knight outside our back windshield. His eyes were as red as the victims he created. The Black Knight punched the back windshield glass, creating a hole. Michael and I escape. Barely. We called the police and they investigated it. They found a young woman's body, and they also found the bodies of Ryan and Zach. The police said it looked like he used an axe. When they asked for our description, they didn't laugh or anything, but they did say what we say we saw wasn't real. We only saw what we saw because of trauma. But we'll never forget those red eyes. He's still out there. I don't go camping anymore, and I don't play Fortnite.